I'm back discussing the patch notes from April 20th, but this time I don't want to talk about attribute threshold bonuses. You can check my previous video if you want to know my opinion about that. This time I want to talk about a very specific faction bonus that they added, the linked settlement storages, and why I think that is a good idea, that could become a great idea if they do some small changes. First, let's talk about why this is a good idea. As a crafter, anything that can make the process of moving your resources from one place to another is a great addition, especially after the removal of the light staff dash and the fact that we still have no confirmation that mounts will ever be a thing in this game. Besides running, the only alternative is fast traveling, and there are 3 ways to do that. The first is to just set the inn in one of the settlements as your waypoint. The second is by having a house in a settlement and then you can fast travel to it. And the third is by just spending Azot. While I agree that there are almost too many ways to fast travel, there's one thing that all 3 options have in common: a 1-hour cooldown. Prevent us from using fast travel multiple times within the same cities, making this process of transferring products extremely inefficient. Then at this point, I usually hear that the problem is that I don't know how to organize my materials properly, that I should place them at the correct storage to begin with. That is indeed important, but it's not near enough. One of the fundamental things in this game is that settlements are organic living things. For example, if there is a war or if the company fails to pay the upkeep cost, the craft stations have their level lowered. And with that, suddenly you cannot make your star metal shields on that settlement anymore. And you have no other choice besides moving all your armor smithing stuff to a settlement that has a tier 4 station. So adding the option to pay gold to have your materials moved for you is super useful. It doesn't even break immersion, since it's almost as you are hiring a moving company or a caravan to move your materials for you. And that is exactly what this system is giving us the ability to move things without adding more ways to fast travel. This is why, in my opinion, this is a good change. It will make most of our lives much easier. But there is one big caveat. If you are not on a winning faction, you simply cannot use this feature. My suggestion here, and what I think that would upgrade this change from good to great, would be if this was a universal thing, that everyone would be able to spend gold to transfer their materials from any settlement to any settlement, regardless of faction control. But of course, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to give more value to factions. I just wish that they did that in a slightly different way. They could, for example, give a big discount when you are moving things between settlements that are controlled by your faction. It would still give a good incentive for the factions, but would not completely break the feature when your faction is not the dominating one on the server or doesn't control the settlements that you need. So yeah, this was a short video. I just wanted to put my views on this change out there. I like it, but it could really use some improvements. Am I right? Take care and see you guys on the next one.